All right, this will be math lesson 95. Really, the only thing we're doing out of 95 would be the subtracting 7 facts. So when we take a look at these problems, these are the subtracting 7 facts. When we take a look at these problems, can you tell me which of these problems has a difference of 0? Remember that the answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. Which of these problems has a difference of 0? That's right. 7 minus 7 equals 0. Because what's different about 7 and 7? Nothing, or 0. Can you tell me which of these problems has a difference of 2? That's right. 9 minus 7 equals 2. And remember that we can add back across. 2 plus 7 is 9, so we know we have the right answer. Which of these problems has a difference of 3? I changed to a little darker marker, which is just kind of fun to say. Okay, 3. That's right. 10 minus 7 equals 3. And we can add back across. 3 plus 7 equals 10. So we know we're right. Which of these problems has a difference of 9? That's right. 16 minus 7 equals 9. And if we add back across, we see that we're right. 9 plus 7 is 16. Which of these problems has a difference of 6? 6. That's right. 13 minus 7 equals 6. And you'll notice that's a doubles plus 1. 6 plus 7 is 13. Which of these has a difference of 4? 4. That's right. 11 minus 7 equals 4. Don't forget, go to 7-Eleven, 4, and I see. Okay. Which of these has a difference of 8? 8. That's right. 15 minus 7. It's another doubles plus 1. What's 8 plus 7? 15. Which of these problems has a difference of 5? A difference of 5. That's right. 12 minus 7 equals 5. Or if we add back across, 5 plus 7 is 12. Which of these has a difference of 1? Take your time. Not sure. Double check. Dun, 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 dun. That's right. 8 minus 7 equals 1, because we know that 1 plus 7 is 8. And that leaves our last friend, 7. And we know we're right because it's a doubles problem. 7 plus 7 is 14. Now, after we just practice those facts, you might want to pause here and do the fact practice for 95. Do both the side A's if you like for a 95-1A and 95A, the guided class practice. If you'd like to do those two things, then I'm going to start lesson 96. So if you want to pause here and do those things, that'd be great. I'm going to start lesson 96 now. Well, hello, it's lesson 96. What I'd like you to do for lesson 96, just like we would usually do in class, again, you're doing whatever works best for you. So if this is the time you need to listen, listen. But if you haven't done your fact practices for 96, you might want to do those things. It's 96A. You would have 3 minutes to practice. Then you'll switch to your colored pencil or crayon and continue till you finish, and then you and mom can double check. Okay, you get 3 minutes because those are new fact practices that they want you to have time. So as we get better at them, our time will decrease. So that would be 96, class fact practice 96A. So if you want to stop and do that, it would be great. All right, now I'm going to start lesson 96. The title of this lesson for Moms at Home is Finding 1/2 of a set with an even number of objects. So we're going to be looking today at this page. Go ahead and get out lesson worksheet 96. Okay, he looks like this. When you get him, I want you to fold him in half like this. So what you're going to do is take the bottom to meet the top, and then you're going to fold it in half. When you open it back up, remember that you will have equal sides. And how many equal parts does your paper have? 2, that's right. And what is each part called? 1/2, 1/2. And each half is the same size, okay? So when we divide something in half, both parts must be the same. Halves are always equal, exactly the same. So you've got your paper divided in half, and if you'd like, you may draw a line across the back. Sometimes we find that helpful, so we can see 1/2, 1/2. Now in my cup, I have 12 pennies. I think, yes, I have 12 pennies. And I'd like to share these pennies with a friend so that we each have half the pennies. So how can I do that? Share 12 pennies equally so that my friend has 1/2 and I have 1/2. Well, there's a couple of strategies. You might have thought about saying, kind of like eeny, meeny, miny, moe. 1 for you, 1 for me, 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 1 for you, 2 for me. Just kidding. And 1 for you, 1 for me. So did I divide them equally? Yes. Another strategy would have been to think of a doubles problem where your answer is 12. If you're thinking of a doubles problem where the answer is 12, you would know that 6 plus 6 is 12. So you would have known that to share pennies equally, 12 pennies rather, that 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay? That is 1/2 of 12 is 6. Now, you will use the pennies to act out stories. Oh, I forgot to tell you. You need some pennies. So you can pause it here and go get a cup of 20 pennies or 20 somethings. 20 beans, 20 pieces of macaroni, 20 pennies if you have them within reach. So sorry, that's on me. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. Pause if you need to. I'm going to keep going. You can turn it right back on when you get your 20 pennies or beans or macaroni back together. Okay. So now we're going to talk about what you're going to do on your page. Okay. All right. You're going to take 10 pennies out of the cup. If you have 10 pennies, you're going to pretend that you're sharing them with a friend. You're going to put half the 10 pennies on one side and half of the 10 pennies on the other side of this folded paper. Go ahead and do that now. Half on one side, half on the other. You have 10 pennies to share. What strategy did you use? Did you count 1 for you, 1 for me till you ran out of pennies? Or did you think of a doubles problem where the answer is 10? That's right. A doubles problem where the answer is 10 would give how many pennies to you? That's right, 5. And how many for your friend? That's right, 5, because what did you think of? You thought about 5 plus 5 is 10. So we might write 1/2 of 10 is 5. if I covered up half, I can see that 1/2 of 10 is 5. All right, clear your mat. This time you're going to show and share 14 pennies, 14. What strategy are you thinking of? Are you thinking of a doubles problem where the answer is 14? Put that on your mat. 1/2 plus 1/2, where the answer is 14. That's right. 7 for you and 7. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 7 for your friends. Okay? And how do you know this is fair? That's right, because both sides are equal or they're the same. So we might say 1/2 of 14 is 7. So if I cover up half, what do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. 1/2 of 14 is 7. Okay? So now we're going to try some problems without using the pennies. Or if you'd like a little more practice, you can pause here, do a couple more even numbers, try 20, try 16, try 6. So pause if you want to practice some more, or I'm going to continue and turn back over our worksheet, worksheet 96. Sorry, let me change out to a clean one. Okay, worksheet 96. On this worksheet, we are going to practice dividing and sharing equal numbers of pennies in this first box, okay? We're going to draw a picture in the first box to show how many pennies you and a friend will each have. We're going to share 8 pennies. So if you want to write 8 in the blank, okay? If you're practicing the strategy of doubles, what doubles problem is the answer 8? That's right, you should have thought about 4 and 4. So we could read it, 1/2 of 8 is, and if I cover up 1/2, 1/2 of 8 is 4. So I can fill in the answer. Read it with me. 1/2 of 8 is 4. Good job. This time, we're going to share 18 pennies. If you're practicing the double strategy, what problem gets us to 18 as an answer? A doubles problem, a doubles problem. Could it be what? That's my foot tapping. That's right, 9 plus 9. So you should have drawn 9 pennies for you and 9 for your friend. You're so generous. Thank you for sharing. What a wonderful friend. And if I cover up half, I see that 1/2 of 18 is 9. 1/2 of 18 is 9. Fill it in. Now let's read it together. 1/2 of 18 is 9. All right, let's scoot down just a little bit. This time we're going to share 12 pennies. We're going to share 12 pennies, and if we're practicing our doubles strategy, what doubles problem is the answer 12? Draw your picture. That's right, you should have thought about 6 plus 6. And if I cover up half, I can see what is half of 12? Well, it's 6. So I can write 1/2 of 12 is 6. And if you're wondering, first grade, if you're calling me on this, we did not label any of these pennies with a P. We're taking a math shortcut on that. So I'm also going to say, if you would like to stop here and do lesson worksheet 96, or excuse me, he's called guided class practice 96. This would be a good time to do that because the rest of this worksheet is actually lesson 97. So I'm just going to kind of keep going in the video. If you want to stop and do guided class practice 96A. And as I take a look at it, I wanted to draw your attention. This was kind of new right before we went to a break. So I'm just going to kind of refresh the kiddos. We talked about when you are rounding each number to the nearest 10, we know that 47 is between the 40 and the 50. So we look at the ones place and we learn this. First grade, show me 5. Everybody, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Good job. We learned that 5 and everything higher goes up. So when we look at the ones place and we see a 7, let's think about it. Is 47 going down to 40 or up to 50? That's right, up to 50. Because the 7, 5, and everything higher goes up. So 47 goes to 50. If we have the 12, I see a 2 in the ones place, a 2. He's between the 10 and the 20. Is 12 going down to 10 or up to 20? That's right, down to 10 because the 2 is not 5 and higher. And 85, he's between the 80 and the 90. Is 85 going down to 80 or up to 90? That's right, up to 90, because remember 5, and he is a 5 in the ones place, 5 and everything higher goes up, okay? Just wanted to remind you that was new before we left. So pause here, work 96A, and come back in a minute for the rest of 97. Oh, hello, I'm doing lesson 97. Maybe you have already done lesson 97, your practice, class fact practice 97. If not, you might want to stop and do that first. We try and do our fact practice before the lesson, but again, whatever's working for you at home. I'm on team mom, so whatever mom says is fantastic. So if you would like to stop and do class fact practice to start 97 and then rejoin me to finish, which is the rest of this lesson, which is known as 97. I'll still be here. So if you want to stop, great, but I'm going to keep going. All right, in lesson 97, which is titled Finding 1/2 of a set with an odd number of objects, we're going to talk about what if we have an odd number of pennies to share with a friend. How does that work out, okay? So we're going to go back to our folded side. You want to turn it back over so that you're just on the white side with the line. That would be great. Okay, remember, just to remind you, each side is 1/2, and to be a half, you have to be equal. All right, they must be the same. So if I said to take 9 pennies out of your cup, 3, 4, 5, if you get 9 pennies out of your cup, and we're going to share these with a friend, put half of the 9 pennies on one side of the fold and half of the pennies on the other side of the fold. I'll give you just a minute to do that. Sharing 9 pennies. That's right. If I said one for you, one for me, one for you. Ah, what happened? That's right. Is 9 an even or an odd number? Yeah, 9 is an odd number. An odd number cannot be divided evenly, or he'd be an even number. So since he's an odd number, this is a little bit new and different. Because we had 9, he cannot be divided evenly. But if I talk about being fair, we each can have 4, but we will have 1 left over. So we might write it like this. If we have 9 pennies, 4 for you, 4 for me, but we will have 1 left over. Okay? He's also called a remainder. We can also write it like this. 1/2 of 9 is 4, remainder 1. That capital R means remainder, and remainder means leftover. When we divided them, I could give 4 to my friend, and I could have 4, but we did have 1 left over. So this is how we work on a odd problem, okay, an odd number rather. All right, clear your mat. Let's try another one. All right, let's try 15. You're going to share 15 pennies with a friend, 15. Now, let's talk about strategies. A plan might be thinking of the doubles problems really helped. Let's think about those doubles problems. If I'm thinking about 15, I'm thinking, what is the even number that comes just before 15? When I'm counting, what comes before 15? That's right, 14. Well, maybe I can think of a doubles problem where the answer is 14. What do you think about that, first grade? Anybody have an answer? That's right, 7. So if I had 15 pennies to share evenly, I could have 7 for me, and slowly but surely 7 for my friend. But I have the number 15, so what do I have? Hey, everybody, where should I go? Hey, can I come up with you? Oh, man, he's just left over. He's a remainder. So we can say it and write it like this, okay? You might do it like this. We won't really see this very often, but just for fun, 7 for you, 7 for me, 1 left over. Or we can write 1/2 of 15 is 7, remainder 1. So this guy is represented remainder, leftover 1. All right. Now, if you would like to practice with some more odd numbers, you can clear your mat. Practice with maybe 13. You could practice with 5 or any odd number that you can think of. If you feel like you'd like to practice some more, great. Or so you can pause there and practice some more, or I'm going to go ahead and finish lesson worksheet 96, where we'll be here in the 4th box. All right, now in lesson 96, let's pretend that we have 11 pennies to share. Is 11 an even or an odd number? He's odd, that's right, so put 11 here. I'm going to practice my strategy about doubles. What number comes right before 11 when I'm counting? I'm counting, that's right, it's 10. Think of a doubles problem where the answer is 10, and you'll think of All right, write that down. Draw a picture to represent. What is the doubles problem? That's right, 5 plus 5. But wait, 5 plus 5 is 10, and I'm trying to get to 11. So how many extras do I have? That's right, I have 1 extra. And if I cover half, I know that 1/2 of 11 is 5, remainder 1. So he'll look like this. 1/2 of 11 is 5, remainder 1. All right, now say it with me. 1/2 of 11 is 5, remainder 1. All right, let's go and think about another odd number. Ooh, what about the big guy? 17. 17. And if I'm practicing my strategy, I'm trying to think of a doubles problem. But I'm trying to think when I'm regular counting, what comes before 17? Regular counting. What comes before 17? That's right, 16. Okay, 16. Now I need to think of the doubles problem where the answer is 16. All right, draw your picture. You thought of the doubles problem that is 16. You can divide it evenly. 16, what did you think of? That's right, 8 plus 8. But wait, I'm trying to get to 17 and I only have 16. That means I have how many extras? That's right, 1. 1 extra left over. So if I cover half, I know that 1/2 of 17 is 8, remainder 1. And remember, we write it like this. 1/2 of 17 is 8, remainder 1. Read it with me. 1/2 of 17 is 8, remainder 1. All right, let's work on this last problem where you will see, how about our friend 9? He's a nice odd number, but I'm trying to think when I'm regular counting, what comes right before 9? Regular counting comes before 9, that's right, 8. What is a doubles problem where the answer is 8? Can you draw your picture? Because what gets us to 8? That's right, 4 plus 4. 4 pennies for you, 4 pennies for the friend. But wait, I'm trying to get to 9, which means I have how many extras? That's right, 1. So we would write it 1/2 of 9. What is half of 9? 4, remainder 1. Read it with me. 1/2 of 9 is 4, remainder 1. Remember, remainder is extra or left over. And we'll only see that when we have odd numbers. Evens can always be divided evenly. Okay, you might want to stop here and do your guided class practice 96A, and then no, that was 90, excuse me, that will be 97A. We're zooming along. 97A is I go ahead and, I don't know, I think I'm going to go ahead and do 98. I'm going to just go for it. Let's see what it looks like. All right, 98. The title, oh, you need to pause here anyway and go ahead and do your class fact practice, I'm sorry, your guided class practice 97, and then you'll need to do your fact practice 98, On 98, let me see. Or listen, if you don't want to do the facts, maybe you play a game, okay? Why don't you play a math game of concentration or matching game, because you have the cards. So if you would like to do that instead of your fact practice for something different and fun, you can do that. If you choose to do 98A, that would be 2.5 minutes before you say switch to the colored pencil or crayon to finish the page, and then double check with mom. But if you want to mix it up, you sure can play the concentration game. That might be fun, okay? That's 98A. Okay, first grade, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and include lesson 98. So when this video posts, it will literally be 95, 96, 97, 98. And you use it and pause it as you need to. Of course, I'm saying this at the end of the video, so I'm sure that's so helpful. But I will let you know that in some form or fashion. Okay, so today we're also going to talk about estimating a sum. Okay, when people buy things at a store, sometimes they estimate the cost of the items they want to buy to see if they have enough money. Let's pretend these are some things that are for sale at the school store. Now imagine you have 75 cents to spend. If you have 75 cents to spend and you're thinking, man, I would really like to buy the ruler and the marker, I'm going to show you a way that many people estimate the cost of things that cost less than $1. So if I wanted to buy the ruler, how much does it cost? 38 cents. That's right, 38 cents. And if I would like to buy the ruler, how much is the ruler? I already did that. Let's also buy the ruler and the marker. It was the marker I was looking for, and it's 43 cents. So I would say 38 cents plus 43 cents. Now, a way to estimate, and remember that to estimate means your best guess. It's not to look at 38 cents plus 43 cents and go, $1 million. Well, that's not a very good guess. That's a silly guess. So let's think and have a strategy about how to do our best guess. If I had 38 cents, I can think about, well, 38. I'm going to round it to the nearest 10. 38. He's between the 30 and the 40. Is he going down to 30 or up to 40? That's right, because he has an 8 in the ones place, and remember it's 5 and everything higher goes up. So he would round to 40. 43. 43 is between the 40 and the 50. Is 43 going down to 40 or up to 50? That's right. If I look in the ones place, he's going to go down to 40. I know, I forgot a cent sign. Oh, no. Now, 38 cents plus 43 cents could also be thought about as 40 cents and 40 cents. So, now I could write it, we've talked about this, writing it vertical helps you to solve the problem, but let's try some mental computation. Remember, that's just using our head, our brain, without writing it vertically. What I could do is I can look at what's in the tens place. What is 4 plus 4? That's right, it's 8. What's 0 plus 0? That's right, 0. So 40 cents plus 40 cents equals 80 cents. Now I only had 75 cents. So do I have enough to buy the ruler and the marker? Well, by my estimation, I do not have enough to buy the ruler and the marker. So Do you think it will cost a little more than or a little less than the 80 cents? Okay, those are some good ideas. So how do you know? Well, we could add the numbers themselves and find exactly. Our estimate, though, shows that 75 cents will probably not be enough money to buy the ruler and the marker. So now let's check to see how close our estimate is. Let's take 38 cents and 43 cents and write them vertical. All right, say it with me. Always add your ones first. What is 8 plus 3? 11, that's right. Enough to trade for a dime? Yeah, take one down and the dime goes next door. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 1. Ooh. So our estimate is 80 and actual is 81. That is very close. But did we have enough to buy those two things? No, we only had 75 cents, so we could not get those two things. Let's try two more things. Maybe we'll find something to buy at this very expensive store. Let's see. This time, with our 75 cents, let's see if we can buy the pencil and the notebook. How much is the pencil? 24 cents. 24 cents. To that 24 cents, I'm going to add, I'd like to buy a pencil and, oh, that notebook is fancy. I wonder if I can buy the pencil and the notebook. 24 cents plus 59 cents. Let's talk about rounding it to the nearest 10 so we can do our estimate. 24 cents, 24. If I look at the 4, is 24 going down to 20 or up to 30? That's right, down to 20. So that would be 20 cents plus and 59 cents. Is 59, he's between the 50 and the 60. Is he going down to 50 or up to 60? Well, yeah, he's next door. He'll go up to 60 cents. All right, now remember, we can add our tens place. What is 2 plus 6? Ah, it's 8. What is 0 plus 0? 0. Wah, wah. Our estimate is showing that we don't have enough money to buy it. But remember, an estimate really is just your best guess. We don't really know until we add the true numbers, 24 cents and 59 cents. So I'm going to turn it vertical. 24 cents plus 59 cents. Keep your fingers crossed. Say it with me. Always add your ones first. What is 4 plus 9? 13, that's right. Enough to trade for a dime. How many pennies left over? 3 pennies left over. The dime moves next door. What is 2 plus 5 plus 1? Yes, it's 8. Oh, the actual, our estimate was 80 cents. The actual is 83 cents. So we're not going to be able to buy that. Now, I need you, which I forgot to tell you again, pretty soon I'll get this figured out, but you need a piece of scrap paper, just a piece of notebook paper or white paper, and I would like you to use this list to try, let's say try to buy maybe, try it again with maybe 2 other items, okay? So on your own with mom, see if you can find anything on this list that you might be able to buy for 75 cents. I want you to try it 2 more times on your own. So go ahead and pause here And on your own paper, do just what we practiced.